Okay, going live.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as I'm.
Hello, bonjour, and bonani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. My name is Riel Gunene, and I'm going to be your host for today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to achieve from our podcast. Today, we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have amazing speakers who's going to share some nuggets on spiritual growth, and trust God with your troubles. So in Minnesota, we have Jamie Bullock. And in South Carolina, we have Deshaun Williams. In Nevada, we have Kim Bullock-Hennix. And in Massachusetts, we have Myra Lavelle. In North Carolina, we're going to have Jacqueline Jeda. And in Texas, we have Dr. Angelico Benavidez. So at this moment, I will just let our speakers to introduce themselves. So you can go ahead, Jamie.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jamie Bullock. I live in Minnesota. I have been a healthcare worker since about the age of 16. And I currently live with my fiance. We have no children. Today, I'm going to talk about prayer and how I made it through some of the toughest times. So do you want me to get right into it?
No, we are so prepared. We are so prepared to pray with you, Jamie. You can go ahead, Deshaun, and introduce yourself as well.
So I come from, I am 6 out of 7 siblings. And currently there's only 4 of us left. 3 of them have passed on. And I lost my mother recently, and I lost my father when I was 23. So my father and my 3 sisters passed away, all of addictions. My father of alcoholism, and my sisters, all 3 passed from opiate addiction. And I have to say that after Christy was only 4 years older than me, we were extremely close. But I have to say, after Christy passed away, I really thought that her death was gonna do me in. I really thought that was the end of it for me too. But I leaned into God. I learned to lean into the strength that he provided me. And I was in a very dark place, but it's amazing what happens when you pray. I could like feel God bringing me out of this horrible, it was like a bad neighborhood in my mind. Just giving me the strength and giving me a purpose to carry, to go on in life. But then just 5 months after she passed away, my mom unexpectedly passed away. And I wasn't anywhere near ready for that. But I just want to share a miracle, though, that happened right before my eyes. My mom was in the hospital, and she had a total organ shutdown. And the doctor said, we need to unplug the machine. This was going to be the end of her life. Nothing was looking very good. Anyway, I got on my knees, and for 3 days, I prayed and prayed and prayed on my knees. And God woke her up on her birthday. And I couldn't believe that happened. And we got a couple more years with my mom. So I don't know. I think I'm cutting out.
No, we can hear you, Jamie. Were you still in the intro, or you just went straight to your speech? Because
I went right into my story. I'm so sorry. I'm new to this.
That's okay. That's okay. It happens when you're so hungry to share, when you're so hungry to speak, it just happens.
Yeah, I just went right into it. I forgot to say that I was a best-selling author and internationally as well.
Yes. No worries. You can go ahead, Dishon, and introduce yourself. Don't rush into your speech yet.
It's okay. Yeah, so I recently wrote a chapter in a book called Becoming an Unstoppable Woman. It went into 26 categories. We're in 13 countries. And I talked a lot in there about my healing and mental health. I suffer with panic and anxiety, and how I make it through and stuff. So anyways, and I'm new to the public speaking, so.
I know. No, it's so good to have you, Jamie. You can go ahead, Dishon, and introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Deshaun from South Carolina, and I am an author and international Toastmaster speaker, trying to work with the schools here in South Carolina and the children's homes here in South Carolina to help young adults between the ages of 14 to 27 learn about mindset and how to become more resilient. And I'm also an award-winning motivational speaker.
Oh, wow. It's so good to have you, Dishon. You can go ahead, Kim, introduce yourself.
Greetings, queens and kings. I'm lifestyle and abundance coach Kim Bullock. I'm an award-winning author and best-selling coach. And I'm just really excited to be here today. I specialize in abundant mindset expertise, royal protocol, spiritual teaching, encouraging queens to reign supreme in spiritual royalty. And so it's really a pleasure to be here today. I can't wait to hear more about your story.
Oh, wow, I'm already on fire. Go ahead, Myra, introduce yourself.
My name is Myra Lavelle. I am a mindset and wellness therapist. I say that because I'm not your average therapist. I do therapy in a total different way that I call myself sometimes a coach just for therapy. I'm also a life coach. I'm a 5-time best-selling author. I'm an international motivational speaker. I am as well the CEO and founder of Moira Holistic Wellness in this beautiful island called Nantucket. I have also a show that's called Mindful Yes, how to respond the call of your life. It's a TV production. It's coming in JD3 TV. Kudos to them. I'm here to just talking to you about spiritual growth and how you really live in your purpose when you allow yourself to grow spiritually, purpose of your life. So there's so much about me, but I think that's enough. And I don't want to overwhelm everybody. So I'm honored and very, very, very excited to share this stage with so many beautiful speakers here. And thank you for inviting me. You
Oh,
beautiful
wow.
lady
Thank
queen.
you. Thank you, Myra. Go ahead, Dr. Angelico Benavidez. Introduce yourself.
Thank you. I really want to thank you, Rio, for having me here and having us all here. And I am Dr. Angelico Benavidez. I am known as the Ultimate Legacy Builder, also known as Dr. B. And my business was born from times of uncertainty. You know, as a little girl, I was very shy, very introvert. And now I feel like I'm outgoing, and what I used to hate now has become my passion. I have a huge imagination that's led me to create a B Global Publishing company and helping not only women, but young children. I've been an educator for more than 30 years, helping young leaders polish their skills and get into the workplace. Even if they have some type of disability, you know, finding them jobs and getting them to be successful in the world. So basically, my quote is, greatness is a lifelong mission. So create a mission to serve millions and gently with love, shake the world.
Oh, wow. Wow, good people. Now you can really see that we are really surrounded by greatness. Like I've told you, I can't wait to hear all of the speakers speaking, really. So now I'm going to go to Jamie. Jamie, I have a quick question for you. I have a quick question for you. If you happen to have your own billboard, I can see a billboard coming down there in the busy highway of Minnesota. What will your billboard say?
My billboard would say more love. The world needs more love because there is no fear in love.
Wow, I love that. More love. That's what we all need, more and more love. More love. More especially it's the love month, so we need that love.
Yes, we do.
How about you, Dishon? What would your billboard say?
My billboard here in South Carolina would say, turn your spark into a fire that's ready to shine out.
Turn your sport into a fire. Wow, I love it. I love it. How about you, Kim? I can see your billboard coming down there in the busy highway of Nevada. What will your billboard say?
So my billboard is actually my slogan for my ambitious women. I'm the founder and advocate of a large group of ambitious women. We're almost about 6,000 members now. And they know my slogan is crown on, because every day I want for you to visualize yourself with an invisible crown of honor on your head and greatness, and never allow anyone to knock that crown off. You know, you have royal DNA flowing through your veins. And so it's up to us to choose every morning if we're going to execute powerfully from our royal positions and not allow anyone to take us out of our royalty.
Wow, I love it. Crown on, because we are all queens and kings. Crown on. I love it. I love it. How about you, Myra? What will your billboard say?
Mine will be very simple. Wellness queen, take care of yourself. That's where you live. You live in this body. This is the temple of the Holy Spirit. So just take care of it. The wellness queen.
Wellness queen. I love it. I love it. I love it. From Queen Kim to Queen Myra. I love it. I love it. How about, how about you, Dr. B? What will your billboard say?
I would say live and leave a legacy for our generations or our children's children to come, because they need to know our secrets on how we overcame our struggles, and we need to leave it there for them, you know, leave our mark on this world.
Oh, wow. I love it. I love it. I think I'm ready to leave a footprint too. It's all about leaving legacy behind, not what you've done that will die with you. It's all about leaving it behind you. So I love it. I love it. I love actually all of the billboards, really. So I believe mine will be the 6th billboard driving down the highway, and it's going to say rise to greater heights, because you know what? The sky is no longer the limit, but it's our point of view. So we all have to rise to greater heights, and it's coming. It's coming. So now we're going to fly all the way to Minnesota. We're going to go to Jamie Bullock. She currently resides in the beautiful land of 10,000 lakes in Minnesota.
Yeah.
She lives in a small town of Baxter, Minnesota, with her fiance, Paul. She has spent much of her life working in healthcare, being a caretaker, and it has been one of the most rewarding jobs. She is a best-selling author as well as an international bestseller, currently bestseller in 9 countries and rising. Her book is called Becoming an Unstoppable Woman. Wow, wow, wow. Jamie is a United States patent holder, and her future goal is to get her product to the market and on the shelves for the masses. So in her spare time, she enjoys helping her community and exploring her state. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Jamie Bullock.
Hi.
We can't see your face, Jamie.
Are you there?
Yes, we're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you for having me. I feel very honored. I am new to the public speaking. I've had a couple other engagements, so just have patience with me, please.
We can't see your face though.
Oh, what's going on? Hang on.
There you go.
Hi. Sorry about that. But no, I was saying thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. Do you want me to? Are we talking about prayer today? My phone, I don't know if it's my phone.
Yeah, but we can hear you. We can see you. Okay, now you're off again. Jamie, are you there? All right. Technical challenges, they always come. You know, I believe Deshaun is ready. He is ready. Jamie will come back. So we're going to go to South Carolina. We're going to go to Deshaun Williams. He is an empowerment coach and speaker who works with young adults as well as they navigate through life, teaching them the meaning of resilience, self-love, self-worth, and understanding their purpose in life while remaining their authentic self. So as the coach and speaker, Williams knows and believes that we will see the next generation become a powerful motivational force for years to come. So Williams is also a podcast host of 2 shows, Talk That Matters and Dose of Empowerment, where he sheds light on things that we can use in our everyday lives to move closer to our purpose and become the person that we're called to be. So in addition, he is a mental health and suicide awareness advocate. He's also an author who uses his personal life journey and storytelling skills to inform and motivate others. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Deshaun Williams.
Thank you. It's definitely nice to be on today, and thank you for having me. Now, listen to that bio. It sounds like a lot to achieve the age of now 24. But it's really all about the mindset. And that's one thing that I had to learn, and that's one thing that I'm going about and teaching our younger adults at the same time. It's because when you focus on your mindset, you're rewriting what was wired within you. Growing up, we were told, hey, you can't do this because this is what past generations did. They went to school, they graduated, they went to work. Or they went to school, they graduated, they went to college. They pushed that 4-year degree on you, or they pushed that corporate America on you. I'm not saying either one is wrong, but at some point, we do have to start thinking for ourselves. Ultimately, the change in my mindset came at a turning point in 2018. I was working, going to school and trying to have a social life. I was working 68 hours a week. So I would go in at 2 p.m., get off at 10, and then turn back around and come in at 6 a.m. and get off at 10 p.m. and then so on and so on. So I was working anywhere between 8 to 16 hours a day while going to school, in between the time that I had and trying to date or hang out with friends. Well, this all came down to a point of, hey, you can't do everything. You can't please everyone. So ultimately, I dropped out of college and just kept my job and tried to keep a social life. Well, that social life fell out because in my mind, I was like, I need to work all these hours. Every time they call me and ask me, can I work? I need to say yes. Because if I don't say yes, then they're going to think that I'm not flexible. They're going to think that I'm not willing to work. They're going to think that I'm not dependable. Ultimately, that led me into the hospital. It led me in the hospital on a attempted suicide. And I stayed in there for about a week and a half before I got out. While I was in the hospital, I just remember speaking to the therapists and to the doctors, and they told me, they said, Mr. Williams, you suffer from code red depression. Because of that, you'll never be able to coach, empower, or lead anyone. They also told me about the hospital bill. That I'm not going to say that number out loud because that number is, whew. But them telling me what I would not be able to do ultimately put the fire in me and say, hey, I'm going to do this because I know that I have so much more in life. I believe that another person cannot tell me what I cannot do if they don't know what my full potential is. And I remember checking out the hospital. They said, what are you going to do? I'm going to do exactly what y'all said that I could not do. Not to prove y'all wrong, but to prove to myself that I'm capable of overcoming the obstacle that stood in my way. And ultimately, that started with the very first podcast, Talk That Matters, which was rebranded 3 times before it became Talk That Matters. But it's centered around mindset. It's centered around, hey, how does the feeling of burning out, how does it affect you? How does cheating affect you? How does working too much affect you? And things of that nature. And one thing that we have to understand is, if you tell yourself that you can't do something, ultimately, you are correct. If you tell yourself that you can do something, you are still correct. Why are you correct in both instances? Because if you tell yourself that you can't, you come up with every excuse and every reason and every hypothetical reason of why you cannot achieve it. And ultimately, what you tell your mind is what you will believe. So if you tell yourself that you cannot do it, then you believe that you can't do it. And now you're putting up all these roadblocks. If you tell yourself that you can do it, no matter the obstacle that's in the way, no matter the roadblock, the storm that you have to go through, you're going to find a way to get through it. And with me, I find that way of, I always used to be the person that says, oh, I can do it on my own. In 2018, no, I need God to help me get through this because I can't get through this on my own. And so for me personally, I revert back to my faith. Okay, God, I need your help with this. I need to know what my next step is. This doesn't seem like it aligns with what I'm doing. I need you to show me the next step. And ever since then, I've always been told, hey, you need to do one thing or the other when it came to writing books, when it came to being a coach. It's not one thing or the other, because everything, as long as I know that it aligns, everything will work out. Being an author works out with being a coach and a speaker, because I can do both. I can do all, and they work hand in hand. I can turn that book to make it into a lesson. It's all about the opportunities that you see in everything. And it's kind of all that I have for the mindset today. But would I go ahead and like offer the freebie or whatnot? All right,
Yes.
so
Yes.
if anyone would like to get in contact with me, you can definitely do so on Instagram at it's Deshaun Williams. And also my website, I'm gonna change it here in a little bit. It's www.leadershipempowerment.net, and you can get in contact with me there. But I'm also looking for podcast hosts. Podcast guests, and it's free of charge. I just ask that, reach out to me, see if you're a good fit, and we'll work from there. So I'm Sean.
Oh, wow, Deshaun just dropped the mic. Like our audience is on fire on Facebook. I can see the comments. So welcome to our audience on Facebook. Carla is saying that, okay, Mariah is saying this is a much needed conference. And Carla is saying that mindset awareness is the foundation of all we will ever strive to achieve in our life, personally, ministry, or business. And Angelica is saying, oh, that's Dr. B. She's saying, yes, mindset is key. You know what? Our audience is on fire. I can see all the loves, all the likes, all the hearts, like everything on Facebook. So thank you so much, Deshaun, for being such an inspiration, for dropping the message that is really needed today, the message that is life-changing, because we are here to empower, we are here to inspire, we are here to motivate everyone who is listening under our voices today. It's all about spiritual growth. So thank you, Deshaun, for sharing such a profound message. So now we are going to the Queen Kim Bullock Hennicks. Kim Bullock Hennicks, she's a lifestyle and abundance coach. Kim is a highly requested, result-driven abundance mindset expert, royal protocol spiritual teacher, a lead award-winning author and coach, revolutionary leader, founder, and advocate for the ambitious women movement. She serves entrepreneurial women and online influencers with abundance mindset coaching and royal protocol masterclasses to show up powerfully as queen in their business and personal life. Kim has a bachelor's degree in communications and a master's degree in entrepreneur. Okay, what is happening with with my tongue today, entrepreneurial and organization leadership with an emphasis in Christian ministry. She also received an MBA in publishing from Path to Publishing. So Queen Kim's powerful coaching sets her tribe apart from an ordinary by teaching her clients to step into their God-given destiny by dismissing the bankrupt mindset, uprooting a poverty mentality, and embracing royalty as part of their spiritual DNA. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Queen Kim Bullock Hennix.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be a part of this panel today. Spiritual growth, that is something that is so necessary. You know, we often skip the spiritual piece. And the first thing that I want to say is everything that you want to manifest in the natural first has to be natural. It has to be manifested in the supernatural realm. And I'm so honored to be a part of this because we hear mindset, we hear growth. And the beautiful thing about what I do is I not only specialize in the abundant mindset piece, but the royal protocol spiritual part is so crucial. And this is why we don't see the quantum leaps, because you have to, first of all, believe that you're royalty, believe that you're worthy of the position that you were called to serve as king or queen. We all have different territories in this world that we have to be able to execute powerfully in and show up as royalty. And as I said earlier, all of us are called, right, for something that's beautiful in life. You were birthed into greatness. And when you look at that acronym, birth into greatness, that's BIG. There's nothing small about you, king. There's nothing small about you, queen. We all have a mission and a purpose and a destiny that we have to serve, and we have to be able to know that, hey, this is where I'm going to be able to make a difference, right? I remember when I was first called to be a coach, I ran from my calling. God had, I felt like Jonah in the belly of a whale. I was not listening to the calling that he was putting in my spirit and my heart, because I felt like, listen, my life's not right. So how am I gonna teach someone else to get right? So I feel you on that, Deshaun. You know, you sit there and you think, and then you're like, wait a minute. It's not about where I start, it's where I finish. And God told me, I don't call the equipped, I equip the called. All right, so if you have a calling on your life, it's powerful for you to show up. God's already given you everything you need. You've got royal DNA flowing through your veins. Everything you need is within you. And the first tip that I want to give is pray big and you'll achieve big. That prayer part, you got to make sure you link the prayer and the meditation and the belief along with your actions. Because if we skip the prayer part, we're going to be manifesting within our own human capability. Okay, and there's only so far you can go. And in the word, it teaches us, for those of you who are believers, God says that in Ephesians 3:20, my favorite, his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, his ways are higher than our ways, but he comes so that we have life abundantly and exceedingly above anything that we've ever hoped, dreamed, or asked for. You know, sorry, I forgot to turn my phone down. Sorry about that. My phone been blowing up all morning. I'm like, you guys, I'm on a live. Can y'all look at my Facebook page? I'm on a live broadcast. So anyway, it's important that we learn who we are. See, everyone has a title, but do you know your name? Do you know your name? I remember being a young girl in England. My father was active duty military. And at 5 years old, he would take me to go see in Buckingham Palace, the Queen Elizabeth. And I remember seeing her and being so excited as a little girl. And when she came out, I would yell and scream, "Your Royal Highness, Your Royal Highness," being so excited to see her. But it wasn't until I began to grow and understand royalty and the royal monarch and how a queen is positioned, that a royal highnessy is a prince or a princess. Okay, see, a royal majesty is a queen or a king. And as we grow and we mature on this spiritual journey, you have to transform at some time from a royal highness mentality to a royal majesty. And that's what I'm here to deliver today, a royal majesty mentality as queen, as king. Learn who you are, who you belong to. Once you can identify as spiritual royalty, that is so important, because your spiritual identity links to your royal inheritance. And what I find is that, and y'all please give me permission to tell the truth here. I've been working with clients who's been operating with a royal highness mentality as a princess in a queen's body. Come on now, let me shame the devil and tell the truth. You were birthed into greatness. There's so many things that you have. There's so many things that you can achieve, but you got to shift, first of all, your identity, because what's happening, there's a spiritual identity crisis that's taking place. All right. So once you get that spiritual identity in alignment, then you can execute the mind, because without faith, it's impossible to please him. So get your mindset, queens. Pray big, achieve big is the first thing that I want to share with you. All right. The next one I want to say is tip 2, you were crowned for abundant success. As I talked about that crown earlier, the crown of honor, the crown of greatness, right? Your crown of royalty. Visualize that crown every morning as you wake up and decide, okay, now who am I going to serve? Because royalty, you think when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's about being catered to and, you know, getting all this champagne and roses and you have all these servants. Oh, no, 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 baby. Royalty, real royalty is about servanthood. Jesus came for 33 years. He was about servanthood. Come on, the King of Kings was about servanthood. Who can I serve today? Whose life can I change today? Once we begin to serve, everything else will begin to fall into place. And the money is a byproduct of your success. A lot of us are chasing the bag. No, chase your purpose. Right? How much time do I have left? I don't want to go over. I got 2 minutes.
2 more minutes, yes.
Okay. Listen, I'll get excited, girl, and I'll keep going. So chase your purpose. Attract your purpose. Stand in the authority as a royal daughter or son of the king, and not allow anyone else to dictate to you who you are, because once you know who you are, and what anybody else says, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? And then I also want to share with you, it's so important that you access your royal inheritance. That's tip 3. When you access your royal inheritance, honey, you're going to be a bad mamma jamma. You will be nothing to play with. We have so many gifts that are waiting for us. Wouldn't it be sad the day that God calls us home and we walk into heaven and we're looking at these shelves, and these are shelves with your name on it. And God says, well, these were the gifts that I had for you, but you have not because you ask not. Today, I want you to ask big. Today, I want you to access your royal inheritance, king or queen. It's time for you to stand up and show up for everything that God has given you. 2022, let's claim everything that's within us. And let's show up big, let's show up powerfully, because you have it within you to be great. Jamie, my heart goes to you. I heard your story. My prayers are with you, but you're still here for a reason. You're a survivor, honey. You are a survivor, queen. God is not through with you. And there's something magnificent that he wants to do in your life. So today I want to end and let everyone know that you have a great purpose to serve. If you woke up this morning, there's still breath in your body. I want for you to shine and shine bright and never let anyone take that crown off. Y'all hear me? Crown on.
Wow, wow. Queen Kim, oh my goodness, just drop the mic. You've mentioned that we'll have to access our royal inheritance because we've been crowned for abundant success. Wow, what a wow. So today I am wearing that crown with confidence. I am calling myself a queen because you've just told me I'll have to access my royal inheritance. Thank you so much, Kim, for sharing such a much needed message. Oh my goodness, I'm already on fire. I believe you can see that, you know, it's fire, blazing fire. Thank you so much, sis, for sharing such a powerful message. So now we are going to Massachusetts. We have Myra Lavelle. Myra Lavelle is a licensed mental health counselor, a strategic intervention life coach, functional medicine, and bioenergetic practitioner, helping people understand the root cause of their diseases. She is a neuro-linguistic practitioner and a certified clinical iridologist. She is currently pursuing her PhD and doctorate in integrative medicine. She is a 4 times international best-selling author, transformational speaker, and she is also the CEO and founder of Myra Holistic Wellness LLC, where she provides mental health counseling, life and wellness coaching in 5 different languages. Wow. And that's French, Portuguese, Spanish, Creole, and English, locally and internationally. Myra believes in using her humor, spirituality, and relaxation training, self-care, and mindfulness techniques to help individuals reach their life purpose. So Myra is dedicated to creating lasting personal transformation by helping people to access their intrinsic personal power, to overcome emotional barriers, to reduce stress and enhance the quality of life, and to achieve their highest potential to live with vibrancy and passion. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Myra Lavelle.
Thank you so much. What a beautiful presentation. People will say, oh my God, she's amazing. It has not been always like this, okay? Just want you to know. I discovered my purpose through sandpaper. That's how I can say. But I want to acknowledge this moment for Black History Month to say, in the word of Martin Luther King, not everybody can be famous, but anyone can be great, because greatness is determined by service. So I love, Kim, what you said, and Deshaun, everybody, how you guys have been amazingly inspiring me coming here for my own wellness and my mindset growth. I'm a firm believer in a spiritual power behind creation. My existence and my purpose is that there is a God, and there is a God behind me to hold me accountable for every single thing that I do. And this keeps me grounded, and it gives me the power of my existence. We all have free will to choose our faith, our belief, and this is no way here to impose my way in anyone, but I can tell you my faith has taken me where I am. So I love what Jenny and Kim and Deshaun, everyone have spoken so far. My relationship with God at certain point before I was diagnosed with an hyperthyroid grave disease was always one-sided. He knew and loved me, and I picture him like, you know, making deal with him all the time to grant me wishes, but I didn't really have the connection. That change happened when I was diagnosed with grave disease. Grave disease is an autoimmune disease. It's involved your immune system attacking healthy tissue in your body. And it's also 7 to 8 times more likely to occur in women than men, for a reason that nobody knows. We know we own that woman, okay? We sometimes often earn something that we don't really want, but we earn that. Grave diseases also affect over 3% in this population. Before this thing, they find out that I was diagnosed with grave disease, I spent over 10 years going back and forward in this anxiety, not knowing where I was going to land, until my doctor, my specialist, was about to give me my death prescription. If you don't do all what I do, what I asked you to do, like the son had experienced, you will die. And at this point, I decided I will not die because I was too young. I had a 2-year-old daughter. It was not an option. So I decided to take control of my life, and I started developing a relationship, a beautiful relationship with God based on trust, courage, and also acceptance. To be clear, it's not here to show my belief, but I do understand now your power within you You got to develop that spirituality, not based on what you can see, your mind sight, but your eyesight, but your mind sight. That is the beauty of intention. To be constantly in awe about the goodness of considering ourselves as that spiritual being that ready to explore more and more and more. We are here as just physical being, but we are more spiritual than we can let ourselves experience. In order for us to experience our full potential, as Kim just mentioned, we got to learn to accept that who we are now, who we were, is not who we will become. We need to trust that we were created with mighty power, that we are way stronger than we think right now, because you can overcome. And we do not let feelings run our life. We need to accept that God created me, you, with unique strength, not to survive, but to thrive. And tap into the strength when you're not sure, so you can accomplish your dreams. So what do you need to do to accomplish your dream? Understanding you are the seed of life. Then you must be buried to grow, correct? Do you agree with me? Chat here. I must be buried to grow, because no seed can stay comfortable and decide to grow. Think about seed, a quarter of an inch. And it can complain and say, wow, look at me being buried under this dirt. But the seed, after a while to being buried, he understands that God took into account everything. He was designed to be buried because he will never reach its full potential. So it's not the size that's matter. It's what the Creator designed you to do. Pray. Prayer is how you accomplish a conversation with God. And the good thing is that you can go anywhere and you can pray anywhere. This is how you form a relationship. We tend to pray to negotiate with God, but that's true. You got to start changing, understanding that trust, that acceptance, that you are mighty, courageous is in you. There's courage in you to reach your full potential. Read your Bible. If you're a Christian, read your Bible. That will help you grow spiritually, because that connects you. When things are going wrong, you can go to the scripture and find something to ground you. Because right here, when you decide to be a mighty hero, things change for you. I'm here because after my 7 years of treatment to myself, taking my own health journey in control, I went back to school. Not only I'm empowering thousands nationally and internationally to take their health journey in control, but I tell them health is possible. Say yes to your calling, because you are not here designed to serve you. There's no tree you can really look around to say this tree is serving itself. You were designed to serve others. Go out there, take your calling, and make your name count and leave a legacy worthy of your name. So when you end, you can look back and you say, this I have done. You're amazing to live on your purpose. Have courage, determination, and also passion. I'm very excited and honored and blessed to share this moment with you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Myra, like as you're the founder of From Mindfulness to Mindful, yes, now I understand where you get that from, because yes, right now it's a mindful yes to me. I'll have to ignite the fire from within. It's only me who's going to take myself to the final line. It has to start with me in everything. Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Myra, for sharing such a powerful message. And surely you are an inspiration. You are an inspiration. Our audience online, I'm going over their messages right now. Welcome to our audience on Facebook. And Sigin Kongo, he's saying that mighty God is faithful, great empowerment, good ladies. Arise, shine for the glory of God. Congratulations. Thanks, Dr. B. Angelica, for the invite. So thank you to our audience online. And thank you for joining us. Mariah is saying, yes, I am crowning myself royalty. And yes, Princess is saying that, say that again, Queen. I believe they were still commenting on Queen Kim. Oh, our audience is really on fire. So keep on pouring amazing speakers. So now we are, I'm not too sure if we're driving or flying all the way to Texas, where we have Dr. B. Where is Dr. B? Dr. Mariah Angelico Benavidez is known as the ultimate legacy builder. And Dr. B, who is well known as a global publisher, a visionary woman leader, networker, speaker, as well as an educator. She is a mover, a shaker, and a change maker. She is passionate about serving all students, including students with special needs, through an online academy and entrepreneurship career path. Her bigger goal is to leave a legacy for generations to come. Through education and connections, Dr. B super changes women business owners' mindsets and finances. She adds a beautiful component of spiritual service, helping all individuals align with their higher self through metaphysical practices and tools. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Dr. Angelico B.
Thank you, Ms. Real, for having me here again. I just want to thank you. And I really have to start with questions so that the mind captures thoughts and goes deep. So I'm going to ask, how many of you experienced chaos in life? You know, and how many of you felt that life had no meaning and you wondered, what is my life's purpose, right? How many agree that your story is too big to play small? Now, as a spiritual being, we tend to play small, but the real journey is to find your purpose so that it relates to that bigger picture in life, you know? So we're here to break that curse, to break the programs installed in our whole being as we were young and we were growing. We have to be intentional and we have to get ready for amazing things to happen in our life. Now, I'm here to help you tap into that part of you so that you can blossom, right? Now, you see, when we experience chaos in life, it's a time to break through our own shell. Now, breaking through what we call the pupa, you know, like the butterfly, they're in this cocoon. So you have to be able to break through that old you. And that old you is an inactive, immature you. And in order for you to step into your greatness, you have to step into that butterfly. You have to break from that pupa, right? So that you can experience that next phase of your life. So life could be hard as a spiritual being. It could be very, very difficult because when we experience change, our whole being doesn't like it because we're breaking patterns. We see patterns through our perspective. And when that pattern and that routine is not there, though, the habits that are interfered, then our brain just kind of shakes and wonders, like, what is happening in our life, right? But what's really happening is that we're gaining confidence, we're gaining courage, we're gaining new opportunities to step away from our old being because we go through different phases in life. Now, like in my life experience, I was healed from 2 types of cancer. I was convinced that I had a bigger purpose at that time when my whole life just tumbled in front of me. I lost, at that time, I had 2 types of cancer. I lost 2 of my homes. I went through bankruptcy. My husband left with another woman. And at that moment, you can imagine, you know, it was difficult, it was hard, but it pushed me over the edge, you know, and I overcame what I was experiencing, the uncertainties, and decided, you know what, if I'm living and I have these experiences, then I'm going to start publishing. I'm going to convince people to break through those limiting beliefs that they have. You see, there's 7 neurological levels of being. So when you get that, you'll know where you are. In the first level, there's the environment. You know, where are you? With who do you surround yourself? Are they keeping you stuck? And if they are, sometimes we have to let go of people that are keeping us stuck. And there's times that we have to hang on to those that are pushing us, that boost us to get to that next level. So you have to kind of monitor and reflect who is in your surrounding. The next step is your behavior. You know, does your behavior support who you want to become? If not, then start becoming an actor. We're all actors. So step into who you're not, you know, step into it, even if it's difficult, because you have to get used to that new behavior. And then if you don't have some skills and capabilities, find a coach, find a mentor, someone that will help you gain the skills that you need so that you can get to that next level. And then you have to really stop and reflect. Check on the beliefs, because your beliefs drive your actions. What you value drives your actions. So you have to be able to identify, what am I believing? You know, what is holding me back from achieving who I want to become into that next phase of you, which is greatness. You were born to be great, you know, but as spiritual beings, we become intimidated and shy away from it because we feel like if I'm great, you know, I'm going to step on people. No, you don't. That's a belief system. You know, it's who you choose to be and what you do, how you choose to act with other people. And then the next phase is identity, right? It's being able to identify, who am I? Who am I now and who do I want to become? And then again, stepping into that level of being who you already are. You see, you can't wait to be someone unless you become it now. And then the last one is your purpose, right? What and who do you want to become? Because that's the I am. So if I'm running out of time, let me know. Because I get so passionate about talking. So
yes, keep going. You have a minute.
yeah, so you need to be able to learn how to get results for yourself. You see, this whole world is about self-discovery. It's about discovering who you are, where are you, and then enjoying that moment. It's not just about rushing into things, but enjoying the now and becoming who you want to be in the now. And then when you become who you want to be, you're able to add more, right? It's like filling your cup up. Like when your cup is full, you can go ahead and pour it into somebody else's cup. And then you have clients, you have friends that you can pour that wisdom into. But there's times that you're going to have to fill that cup up so that you can keep going in life. And that's exactly what I do. I help to fill people's cups up, inspire them, motivate them by connecting with many, many entrepreneurs, spiritual beings, women, inspiring women so that they can fill your cup up. Because the challenge of being great is that identity crisis that we, you know, that Kim talked about, the Queen. I love the Queen, you know, I love all the speakers here. And she was talking about like the identity crisis. And it's because we fear, because we have anxiety of not being there, because we lack inspiration and strike some professional skills. So find the right mentor. We all have mentors. We have to hang around and surround yourself by giants so that they can boost you when you're low. And then most importantly, learn everything you need to know to become confident, successful, and amazing. Like, what is amazing look like? And it's okay to go through crisis and feel that you don't know how to move beyond that moment. It's okay. Just discover the principles of the conscious and subconscious mind to master your whole being. And then feel that empowerment, and again, feel confident. And if you want to find me, you can find me on Facebook. I'm all over the social media. I have an offer for the amazing people that want to be in Be Global magazine. It's free. Connect with me. If you have an article, a story to tell, you need to tell your story, because people are waiting for your message so that they can get to that next level. So I am so delighted in being here, and thank you so much, Rio.
Oh, wow, Dr. B, thank you so much. You've asked a question: does your behavior support who you want to become? If not, you'll have to start acting. Just act your way out, act all your way until you become who you really want to be in life. And you've mentioned, I love your demonstration of the cup, like fill that cup up by, collaborations, the way you're just doing it right now. Fill that cup up by surrounding yourself with only positive people, only quality people, those who will take you to places, those who will hold you accountable for your actions. Those are the individuals that you need in your life. Thank you so much, Dr. P, for sharing some nuggets. This powerful message, I believe it's much needed. It's a message that we need in all times. I'm looking at our audience online. They are busy liking, commenting. Our audience has been really moved. So thank you, Dr. P. Thank you for sharing such a profound message. I was gonna go to Minnesota again and try Jamie, but I think she wasn't able. Yeah, she's not able to join us today for some technical issues. And yeah, we're gonna miss her message. But anyways, to our audience online, if you happen to have any questions to any of the speakers today, trust me, post your questions, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna attend to your questions at the end of the podcast. If you have any questions for Dr. B, ask her Queen Kim, ask her Myra, ask her Dishon, ask all of our amazing speakers. Myra, ask them, and then we're gonna attend to your questions at the end of the podcast, because I'm really inspired. I've been moved by all of these messages. I'm gonna go back and watch the replay. If you haven't shared the video today, please do so. Just share to whosoever you feel like needs to hear this message from today. Share, like, go on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, like, and turn on the notification button so that you get all the notifications when we happen to go live every Friday. So do that if you haven't done that. Share the video right now, like, comment, ask questions. You don't know whom you're going to be saving, really. Someone wants to hear this message, more especially in these circumstances, in this pandemic. Jamie is joining, but I am not too sure if she's going to be able to speak. Jamie, can you hear me now? If not, oh, I just hate to say this. If not, we're just going to push you towards the end. Maybe your Wi-Fi by then is going to be working. So good people, please feel free. Our audience, ask our speakers questions that you have in mind on your spiritual growth journey, because they are here, just here for you. And please make sure you follow them on Facebook, follow them on any social media, on their groups. Just reach out to them. But at the end, you're gonna know exactly how to reach out to our amazing speakers. So what's gonna happen now is not a podcast without me saying my thoughts on spiritual growth. So I'm gonna play my bio and then I'll come back and speak.
Non-Pumelelo Rial Kunene is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Les Brown international speaker. She is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. Rial is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective, inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes in a seriously funny way. Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. Rial's book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. Rial Kunene wears many hats as a professional certified sales manager, CEO, strategist, certified travel counselor, trainer, esthetician, philanthropist, diplomacy protocol officer, international human rights analyst, and a commissioner for OAS. Following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalm 27 and 40. Keep her to rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Rial Kunene!
Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you so much. It's gonna be hard, honestly, it's gonna be hard to fill the big shoes that all these amazing speakers have just put me into, but you know what, I'm gonna try and fill in those big shoes. So I'm gonna stay away from social media right now because it's really, really distracting. It's so good to see you all on Facebook, and thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I see you, Mayeto. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Mariah. Thank you everyone who is watching. But you know what, before I continue, I always double check if I'm in the right platform here. How many of you with a raise of hand can say that, Rial, I have never, ever complained in life? Never, ever complained in life. Okay, seemingly I'm in the right platform because, you know, sometimes in life we go complaining about everything. Oh, the weather is really bad today. Traffic was worse than expected. My family drives me crazy sometimes. Oh, the movie was really disappointing. You name it. Though whining can be a way to build an inspiration, it can also keep us from acting. And it gives excuses, time to procrastinate from achieving goals. One thing I've realized is that we usually complain in the wake of a negative situation, and we tend to focus more on the problem than finding potential solutions. It's always much easier to complain than to find a solution. And individuals who whine on a regular basis, they are apt to have a bad health. So next time we'll find you complaining that, why do pizzas come in square boxes? Yet they are round. And funny enough, they are cut in triangles. Does that sound like you? Yeah, please write this down. Ways to trust God with your own troubles. Ways to trust God with your own troubles. Today, you know what? We're going to take you back to church. I'm going to take you back to church. We're going to check Psalms 40 from verse 1 to 2, where it says, I waited patiently and expectantly for the Lord, and he inclined to me and heard my cry. He also brought me up out of the horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and he established my steps. Wow. I waited patiently and expectantly for the Lord. You know, David here, he begins this psalm declaring that he is waiting patiently for the Lord. Even though he was being disciplined by the Lord, impatience never ever lingered in his heart, much less escaped from his lips. But David is patiently waiting for these things to come to an end, really. You know, as Jamie, she was gonna mention more nuggets on prayer. I hope we're still going to hear more nuggets on prayer at the end of this. You know, it is just a wonderful example of the way that God carries out his plans and purpose in our lives, really, through prayer, because we expectedly wait for the Lord to take action. There is power enough in God to help the weakest, and grace enough to help the unworthiest of all that trust in him. You know, sometimes we go into a fast food restaurant and we expect to get our food as fast as we can. But you know what? God does things he does things in his own time and his own preferred way. So good people, this is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call. Your spiritual, it needs growth. Your spiritual life, it needs growth. This is a wake-up call. But when that alarm clock goes off, please don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and trust God? Trust God with your own life. Trusting God is a hard thing for many people. And David has offered counsel to those in similar circumstances. As David himself, he waited patiently for the Lord. This experience of prayer is what we all must go through in life. And by the way, thank you so much, Dishon, for being a vessel, you know, being a vessel to be used to the young adults as they navigate through life. You've mentioned that you help them, teaching them the meaning of resilience, self-worth, and self-love. Thank you. I respect you for doing that, really. Though we live in a society that says we need to see the results and we need to see them now. You know, it's so funny. It's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. Nompumelelo. I know many, they have hard time saying my name. I don't blame them. And I don't blame my parents for giving me such a beautiful, beautiful name. Because Nompumelelo in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success no matter what comes my way. I'll have to chase after success. You know, there is a world of difference between a quicksand and a rock. But those that wait patiently for God, they don't wait in vain. Christ is the rock in which a poor soul can hold on to. That poor soul can alone stand fast in that solid rock. And he wears the imperial crown among the patients, really. Naturally, our impatience carries us to desperation and prevailing fears about the eternal state, but God is able to move us when he comes, and he will set our feet upon a solid rock when no circumstance can even shake us. No one can ever shake us. Like you mentioned, that we need to access our royal inheritance because we are crowned for abundance. Good people, you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life, but you'll have to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always says, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you'll have to get started to become great in life. You know, where God has given steadfast hope, suppose he delay the effect of your prayers, he expects there should be a steady, regular walk and conduct. We've learned to fear the justice the most, but God makes us realize that he has heard our prayers, and to enlarge our trust in his never ever failing goodness and grace. You know, Myra has already encouraged all of us that we need to ignite our fire. We'll have to ignite the fire within, because when you wait patiently for the Lord, you may be sure that this strength is furnished of God. And faith, you know, faith beholding the sufferings and glory of Christ. Wait patiently on the Lord. As flight attendants always say, that put on your oxygen mask first before you assist others, because if you don't, you and the other person you're trying to help could possibly go down. So put on that oxygen mask first. Wait patiently on the Lord. When you are in a pit, wait patiently on the Lord, and you will receive the Father's help after the same process of faith. God's deliverance is abundant as David turns his cry to the Lord. And the Lord responds to David. The Lord responds by turning to David, noticing his plight and hearing his cry. So we need God's deliverance in many ways at various times. God will turn to us and hear our pleas when we draw near to him. He will. He is faithful. His ways are right and his mind is upon us. And by the way, thank you, Dr. B. Thank you, Dr. B, for adding a beautiful component of spiritual service in your services that you offer. You've mentioned that you help all individuals align with their higher self. So thank you for that. You know, in real life, we have a tendency to think that God cannot make these radical changes in our lives, but ultimately, the believer in the Lord Jesus Christ will experience God's deliverance from sin. And yeah, these amazing speakers really, they've just inspired me. All of you, you've really, really inspired me. You've moved me. And now I'm so determined. I'm so determined to go after my goals and achieve. I'm so determined to go confident in the direction of my dreams. If I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe in the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those people. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. You know, as a mentor or as a coach, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be experiencing in life, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, I've had enough. All these amazing speakers have shared some nuggets that is life-changing. So I'll have to go out there and make a difference. I'll have to go out there and be the change that I want to see in this world must first begin with me. But in order for you to make that difference, in order for you to make that change in your life, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like the hungry lion in the jungle. That hungry lion in the jungle, really, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you are that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. It's so funny because even with elephants, when they see a lion, what they do? They run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I am a lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I see a lion, I'll have to run. I believe that's the mindset that we need in order for our spiritual growth. I believe that that's the mindset in order for us to make a change, to be the change in this world, because I believe that we all rise together and we rise by lifting each other up. And today here we are surrounded by queens who are ready to fix each other's crowns, not to tear anyone down, but we are here to fix each other's crown. So I believe that's the mindset, the lion mindset that we need in order for us to make this world a better place to stay. You know, it's so funny, when I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me. And it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature, it acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. I want to encourage you, if you are listening and watching under my voice right now, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars and show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside. And trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes, since the phoenix bird has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness, resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this so many times, this message that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. If I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your future. But here is one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that God has a better plan for every one of us. Your objective is what you were designed for and the reason why you live today. With God, I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. You know, my everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what talents, what skills, what books will die with you? And Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the dreams, all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to this message, it gave me sleepless nights. And I am really, really proud today. Let me just move my Facebook here. I am really proud today to introduce Rise to Greater Heights book before you. You know, this book is a comprehensive guide to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. You know, I didn't stop there. I believe with the death of George Floyd, I believe that we need to stand for a world where no one shall live in fear because of the color of their skin, and where the criminal justice system treats everyone fairly and equally. So I decided to write about human rights, which are God-given fundamental rights and freedoms, because we were born with 30 Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and that can never, ever be taken away from us. I believe that everyone is born free and everyone has the right to life. And I didn't stop there. We came together with Les Brown, 15 different authors from Les Brown. We came together under one motivation: resilience to greatness. And 17 different authors around the world with only mindset. Cultivate your mindset for success. And I also have a free transformation guide for you. It's available on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com. With this free transformation guide, you'll be able to explore leadership, empowerment, being purpose-driven, mentorship, coaching, resilience to greatness, emotional intelligence, mental health, and many, many more topics, including spiritual growth. Because growing up, I didn't have much in life, because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And thank God I missed that flight. That's the reason why I'm here today. But I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever say that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Nompumelelo Riel Gunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our amazing speakers. Thank you so much to our audience online. We can see your love. We can see that you've been with us, and we can see that you've been really inspired and moved by all these amazing speakers. So at this moment, Jamie is not here. So at this moment, our speakers are gonna share their final thoughts on spiritual growth. And also, if they didn't share how you can reach out to them, this is the right time for them to share how you can reach out to them, as well as if they have any freebie, any complimentary, they can just share it right now, and we will soon wrap up, and we'll answer your questions as well. So any speaker can just jump in. I'm gonna go on Facebook and see if our audience has posted questions. So any speaker can just jump in, share your final thoughts.
I'll jump in. I just want to say that, you know, Helen Keller said, the only thing worse than being blind is having sight, but no vision. So what I challenge you today is to dare to be big, dare to create clarity on where you want to see yourself in a year, in 2 years, in 10 years, and then just become it now. Start polishing up whatever you feel is not there yet. And then my quote is, again, greatness is a lifelong mission, so create a mission to serve millions, and then gently love and shake the world. Now share your message, write a book, and make profit. Serve millions and make millions. Why not? Achieve your full potential. Jim Rohn said, become a millionaire, not for the $1 million, but for what it will make of you to achieve it. So achieve and become whoever you want to be. Just dare to be big. And that's my challenge for you today. And again, you can reach me on Instagram at dr.b.global, or on LinkedIn, it's also Dr. Dr. and then dash Angelica, or on Facebook, and just send me a message. I have peer-to-peer masterminds once a month where, you can have the hot seat. And if you have any questions, you can ask people there. It's absolutely free. Or again, if you want to be on my magazine, send me a message and we'll get you more visibility and more exposure so that you can tell your story to the rest of the world. Again, I am Dr. B, the ultimate legacy builder. Let's leave a legacy for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. B.
I'll go. I am very, very, very happy to share the stage with so many of you here that take the call to say yes. I love saying yes because within your yes, not a simple yes, but yes, double S, where you decide your life will be a masterpiece because you are a piece of the master. Each one of you that are here listening, you're not here just by chance. You were planned and programmed by the Holy Ghost to be here and listening to each one of the speakers and each one of us here. The information you take here will take you to the next level if you decide to use it. It also will stay with you, sit with you, and sleep with you if you decide not to share it. So you are an extension of the voice of the speakers that are here. You are an extension of the voice of Real that decide to take her call seriously and inviting all of us to be here. Don't let this message fall into deaf ears. Take your greatness with you, but share it with the world. Understand, your life will be what you make of it. The crown is there, it's you to put it on. Your yes is available to your mouth. What Dr. B said, everything, Deshaun, everyone here wants you to live a life of integrity, a life where you feel fulfilled. Suicide has increased. Marriage deterioration has really decreased. Death, we can't even talk about death anymore. Mental illness has risen to the top. But you are here. You have breath. There is a call on you. Take your call more seriously. Just decide to reinvent your life and own your life and move from mindful yes to mindful yes and take the purpose of your calls so seriously. I am very active in social media. I post Reel on a regular basis. It's something I'm experimenting and I love it. Sometimes I post it for my own self. I'll go and I inspire myself from my own posts. It's just amazing. So sometimes I post based on what I need. So that's really inspiring for me. I do Motivation Monday on my page, Facebook, Myra Lavelle. What I do, I stand empowering people for the mindset, but also everything start with wellness. Whatever you're dealing with, diseases, I want you to know you can heal from just taking control of your journey. My journey to self-care has changed because I decided I had to heal from within, but also my body deserves everything it can get to stay healthy. So every day I say to myself, yes, to take good water, yes, to sleep, yes, to just bypass the product that I should not be eating, the process. We need to take care of ourselves and be more mindful of how our body really is the temple of the Holy Spirit. So we feed the body well. So if you need to get in touch with me, my website is moira.com, MOIRAR.com. I help people reverse disease, whether it's diabetes, hypertension, you know, you name it, hormonal disorder. I work with kids, ADHD. I work with every parent that wants something different than the mainstream. I support them, I educate them, and I coach them to take their health and wellness more seriously. So I'm so honored to serve you and your community, Will, and hope all the speakers will stay connected and we can go further, rise together for greater height. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Myra.
I guess I will go next. So one thing I would like to leave with everyone is whether you say you can or can't, either way, you are correct. As they've stated, you know, I'm very active on social media. I post on my Facebook page, which is Start Your Spark Coaching, and also my Facebook group, which is called Start Your Spark. I'm on Instagram at It's Deshaun Williams. And if you want to see the goofy side of me, you can find me on TikTok. TikTok, I'm serious, but I'm also goofy. You know, because we can't be serious all the time. We definitely have to have fun. The comedian side of me, it comes out in everything I post at times, but it mostly comes out on TikTok. And that's right now at A New Dawn, so DAWN coaching. And once again, LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, but Instagram is ITS Deshaun, DESHAUN Williams. So it's Deshaun Williams is my Instagram, and the website. Sign up for the newsletter. I send out newsletters 2-3 times a week with any offer that I have going on, whether it's for the coaching program or a freebie that I'm getting ready to send out. And also I wanted to say, you know, I actually looked up the meaning of Deshaun, and it's actually Irish, and it means God is gracious. So I just wanted to share that. So
Thank you, Deshaun.
There we go. I was like, where's my mute button? Okay, so everyone was just phenomenal today. First and foremost, I want to say I have enjoyed listening to everyone's story, you know, and that's behind the purpose. There's always a story. And I love the quote, the quote that you hear when people say, you see my glory, but you don't know my story. We've all been through something in some form or fashion. And as I stand here today, many of you don't know my story, and I'm not going to go real deep into it, but I lost my husband in August of 2020. And what I decided to do was I could either back up and just completely surrender to defeat, or I can use that pain and make it and turn it into purpose. And that's what I decided to do with that. And especially with me having children, you know, looking up to me, you know, I understand how life can certainly throw you different, you know, scenarios. And you're like, all right, what am I going to do now? And so what I want to leave you with is continue on your journey. No matter what happens. I know 2020 was a rough year for all of us. I felt like I was in the twilight zone. I've never seen a lot of the things that had happened. But what I will say is this: the greater the pain in your life, the greater the impact that you will make. And you're speaking from your soul. And that's one thing. When you speak to the royalty part of who you are, that's when the king or the queen shows up. And so today I want to just encourage everyone. We've all been through various obstacles, but do not let that stop your purpose. Allow it to birth a greater purpose within you. And that's something that has been ringing within the last almost 2 years now, since I lost my husband. I said, you know what? I'm going to continue to build our legacy. I'm going to continue to teach about royalty and abundant mindset. And I really want for us to begin to start just capitalizing on being able to share precious moments like this, because you never know whose life you can change. And so when Maura was saying, I said, yes, absolutely. I said, yes, because I want to be able to use my story to help heal somebody else. And it's actually therapeutic for me to share the story and to know that God is using me as a vessel to pour into the lives of others. And it's just so powerful for me what happened here today. I love it. In every single person, there's a king or a queen. Speak to that king or queen within you, and that king or queen will answer. You can find me on Facebook at Kim Bullock Hennix. You can also find me on Instagram, Kim Bullock Hennix. I am on Clubhouse. It's Kim Bullock Henny, because I couldn't fit the X. And so I'm trying to get familiar with Clubhouse. It's new. It's new. I'm getting better at that one. I'm on LinkedIn as well, Kim Bullock Hennix. Everything is pretty much Kim Bullock Hennix. But my two predominant platforms, Facebook and Instagram, that's where you can usually find me. I do not have a TikTok. Well, actually I do, but I don't use it. So please don't follow me there. I just have it so I can look at other people and laugh. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be disappointed if you go to TikTok. I'm not on TikTok like that. I'm barely operating Facebook and Instagram, okay? So listen, if you wanna be able just to get some content, things of that nature, you can also visit my website, kimbullockhenix.com. And the freebie that I have for any king or queen that is going through some things, I have a breakthrough session I'd love to offer you. It's a complimentary 1-hour session. Make sure that when you book it, you put in the comments that you were here at this event, because I want for you to be able to know Rise to Greater Heights is about you getting a breakthrough. In order for you to rise, you got to break through those belief barriers. So if you visit breakthroughwithkim.com, that's breakthroughwithkim.com, I will offer you, and that offer is only valid within the next 48 hours. Okay, 48 hours after that. And if you don't put that, you listen to Rise to Greater Heights, you have to be on this live to receive that gift. But I'm going to be able to break through with you, and we can discover some things and break through those belief barriers that are holding you back from propelling and rising in your greatness, right? As king or queen. Okay, so I'd love to hear from you. Thank you once again, Real. I appreciate you so much for allowing us to pour into your tribe. You are such a beautiful woman of God, inside and out. And I see you, Queen, just soaring even higher than what you've done. Your story touched me as well. And continue just to let God use you. Let God use you, because I see the light within you. I see it. And you are touching so many lives with your powerful story as well. So thank you once again for allowing us to be able to show up and to serve and pour.
Oh my goodness. Queen Kim, thank you so much. My heart is really, really reaching out to you for your recent loss, really. I know how it feels like to lose a loved one. It's worse, your husband, and it's gonna take time to heal, but you know what? God has your back. So you are a strong woman, you are so fearless. And for the fact that you are here today, it's gonna be life-changing. To our amazing speakers, Dishon, we just want to see your goof. I'm gonna go. I love to sign up for TikTok too, so I can see the goofy part of you. Apart from being here, Myra, thank you so much. I believe our audience can reach out to you. Those parents who have ADHD kids, they should be reaching out to you. And anyone who needs your service, Dr. B. Oh my goodness. I hope our audience will really reach out to you for the magazine, for collaborations, and all these amazing speakers. Honestly, I've been moved, I've been changed because of each one of you. So thank you. So to our audience online, thank you so much. I can see Oh, Myra is saying, I'm so sorry for your loss. And Amanda, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us, Amanda. She's also saying, I am so sorry for your loss, sis. Yes, ma'am, the greater the pain, the greater the impact. And Ziggy is saying, thank you so much, Queens, God's daughters. I will reach out to your offers, blessings, always love you all. And thank you, Dr. B. I can see you are saying amen. And Stella is also watching. Thank you so much, Veli. And Mata is watching. Mariah is watching. Thank you. Thank you so much, our amazing audience online. Thank you for joining us today here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these messages, from these amazing speakers, you've been really, really inspired, motivated, and you are so ready to rise to greater heights. So if you haven't shared this video, please do share the video, like, leave us a good comment, go on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, Rise to Greater Heights Network, and don't forget to turn on the notification button, because you're gonna miss a lot if you don't do that the moment you go live. So thank you for joining us once again. Join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci. Siyabonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. Only one I say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. Only one I say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as